Hi Soul Tribe, it's Renee Siri with InsideJobHealing.com coming to you on this sunny, beautiful winter day from New Mexico with this week's Astro and Energy forecast. So we are still following some major themes with Venus continuing to be in retrograde until the end of January. So we've talked about this in different videos. It affects our love life, our relationship dynamics, our money making, our self-worth. And self-worth is a theme that we are going to be visiting in 2022 because the nodes, I believe on January 17th, the North and South node, astrologically will be switching from Gemini and Sagittarius to the North Node being in Taurus, which is all about self-worth, materialism, money, and earthly comforts. So this is a theme definitely that we are visiting. So this is a very internal time where we've really kind of reassessed and revisited a lot of our relationship dynamics, how we feel about ourselves, how we feel about our beauty, how we feel about, our self-esteem and our self-worth, and how we feel about love. And so this has been a really important time for us. The last time that Venus retrograde happened in the sign of Capricorn was in December 2013, January 2014. So it's been at least 8 years, and we're revisiting some of those same themes. It's not at the same degree, but we are revisiting those themes. So let's say that weight loss or weight issues was a factor, then that's probably going to come back to be revisited. Let's say, being in relationships where you don't feel seen and heard, that might come up to be revisited and things like that. So hopefully you guys have been journaling and really taking the time to meditate and have that internal dialogue with your soul and your higher self and see what is working in relationships, what is not. This is not a time, as I've mentioned previously, to start new relationships or start new projects or investments or anything like that, or new love stories. But this is a time to revisit investments or projects that you've already been working on, see what's working, see what's not, see if you want to remain in the partnerships that you are in, or if you want to let go of those old stagnant energies and invite some new energies in for new partnerships, whether it's personal, romantic, or business-wise. So this is a really great time for self-reflection, and this week is marked by Mercury retrograde. On Friday, we have Mercury retrograde. So the last few weeks, as I've mentioned before, you might have felt not so communicative, not wanting to talk on the phone so much or visit with people, and that's because Mercury has been in its pre-shadow. It's usually in its pre-shadow for a couple weeks before it goes retrograde, which it is this Friday, January 14th, for 3 weeks, and then after that it goes into a post-shadow period. So really, February is going to be a huge month for us because Venus will be in its post-shadow retrograde, and Mercury will be in post-shadow retrograde after the first week of February. So a lot of planets will go direct in February, March, and April. So that is a great time to start new relationships, investments, projects. And just a friendly reminder, you don't necessarily want to sign contracts or do any traveling or do any major technology upgrades during Mercury retrograde. So just a heads up about that. It's already started slowing down to go in its retrograde phase. So this has definitely been kind of an easier week. Last week was pretty easy too. We're still, kind of trickling down. We did feel a lot of the new moon energies last week. We're getting ready for a full moon in Cancer here, I believe on the 17th or 18th of January. So right now we're kind of in between cosmic energies, but we've had a lot of opposition with Mars, which is the male aspect, the action, the drive, the ambition, the sex drive. We've had some opposition with Neptune, which is the planet of spirituality, but also most importantly, the planet of confusion. So a lot of us, especially yesterday, it was at its peak. We are still feeling confused about the path ahead, but Venus did make a turn for the better. I've said previously this holiday season, it's been hard because we haven't felt like buying luxurious things or splurging because of that Venus retrograde, right? We've been more practical about our purchases, and we continue to do so. But I noticed that in the collective, there's been a shift. This past Sunday, Sunday the 9th, Venus went from being an evening star to a morning star. And what that really means is that we're kind of at that halfway point because Venus goes retrograde for 40 days. And so we're at that halfway point now. And so now a little bit more clarity about the direction ahead as far as our relationships or projects are starting to come. We're feeling a little bit more comfortable spending again a little bit. But still that theme of spending and money making and money is definitely closely tied to Venus. Venus rules Taurus, so that's definitely going to affect us for the next year and a half when we have the North Node in Taurus coming up here January 17th, which we switch nodes. When we switched nodes a year and a half ago, 18 months ago, to Gemini, if you notice, a lot of our communication went to Zoom meetings. A lot of our university and high school and elementary school education went to hybrid classes. A lot of them went online. And so that was all something that was predicted by astrology, with Gemini being in North Node, because North Node is where we're headed as a collective. South Node is where we've been, so it's not something that we really focus on. So just so you know, definitely to keep an eye out. I definitely think a lot of us are going into this phase in life where we're really starting to align with our authentic self, our true life calling, spiritually, what we'd like to do for a living, and really align with our self-worth as far as relationships are concerned and what we are and aren't willing to put up with. So this is a very critical time in our evolution. And the energy really peaked December 24th with that Uranus-Saturn conjunction that we've been struggling with all of 2021. We've done a lot of the heavy lifting, and we've done a lot of, the major work on that in 2021. We are going to still be, revisiting those energies, but not in such an intensity until October and November 2022. So we're still working towards being our authentic self and reaching our higher timeline and, having self-worth in our relationships, our business relationships, and just kind of getting to that point where we are really in alignment, right? And so if you are interested in being more in alignment, my link is in my bio. Feel free to hit me up. I have the Lifestyle Reset and Thrive digital course, where I have one-on-one sessions. So if you're interested in doing this work for yourself more deeply and releasing any trauma or releasing any stagnant energy and inviting the new energy in, then please hit me up and schedule a session, a free breakthrough session, because ultimately we can no longer run away from all of these different evolutionary things, because with Venus being in retrograde in Capricorn, it has intersected a lot with Pluto, which is the planet of transformation and deep change. So this has been the theme, guys, for the last few weeks, is deep transformation and change. And it's really, we've really, if you've been doing the work internally, you've really evolved by leaps and bounds in the last year specifically. And moving forward in this next year, it's no longer like, oh, I'll do an ayahuasca ceremony here, there, or I'll do a chakra balancing session here, there with Rena or someone else. It's more about you really committing to your soul growth and your evolution and deep change moving forward. We really can't put it off anymore. And it's not like we're in control and we're trying to control how the narrative plays out, or when we do our self-improvement work, or when we do our healing. And especially with Jupiter being in Pisces, which it's favorable, it's just gone back in there a week or two ago, which I'm really happy about. So Jupiter is the planet of good fortune and good luck, and it's going into Pisces, which is a sign that it used to rule. And again, Pisces is all about spirituality and dreaminess and the mysticism and also a little bit confusion, but Jupiter likes to be in Pisces. So this is a really great opportunity, you guys, for blessings and feeling open to receiving that, which is the Venus feminine principle, is being open to receiving and being in that receptive mode for blessings and good luck and all that. And especially with Pluto being in play, with this whole Venus retrograde, it's really over the next 6 months, hopefully, with Jupiter being in Pisces, instead of going that back and forth that we've had all of 2021. That's why a lot of us are like, thank you next, when it comes to 2021, and we're ready for 2022. Now that we've overcome a lot of those struggles and we've done a lot of that groundwork, just be open to receiving the blessings, especially when it comes to healing and transformation in the next 6 months. So I love you guys. Hit me up. Please follow, share with your friends, and spread the video. And again, don't worry so much about the astrology. Just listen to the major themes, and hopefully you find them practical and resonate with them. So please share your comments, and Have a great week, and stay warm out there, and just remember that we're just still in that slow down period, and we'll be able to hit the ground running with new ventures and projects and relationships and all that good stuff starting in February. So hang in there. Love you guys. Rena with InsideJobHealing.com.